Odessa Skystream burst into daylight on a mango gold morning. 29 May 1999. Inside a weathered pine cottage stilted above the sapphire mirror of Washington's Hood Canal. Outside, a harbor seal whisks minnows into spirals, while her mother, a roving neo-soul saxophonist who saves pressed moon violet petals in her reed cloth, teased a low riff so silky the enamel cups clang tiny harmonies. Her father, a lighthouse relax technician who sketches cloud ospreys on spare wire tags, bent close until their freckles fused and vowed the newborn that dock rumors, hallway whispers, and shop racks capping at 14 would always shuffle aside for any soul bold enough to stretch her outline to the horizon. Curves have flowed through the Skystream tree the way warm Japan current weaves under Pacific chill, so nobody gasped when baby Odessa split a second muslin swaddle before the kettle breathed. Granny Rose stitched the tears with boat twine, patched gaps using carnival kite scraps, and laughed that a palm of cloth cost pennies, while shrinking a child might cost an entire dawn. Primary hallway smelled of cedar curls, blackberry crumbles sneaking from the cafeteria hatch, and brine sighing through crooked louvers. Odessa already stood half a head taller than her classmates, blotting projection light each time she traced salmon ladders on the pull-down atlas. One mist-heavy recess, two boys hop-skipped rings, chanting freight barge whenever her rain boots smacked chalk squares. That night she scavenged the tie line, palmed soda caps buff spurl by waves, threaded them on fishing leader, stitched the rattling spine down her teal hoodie, and waltzed into homeroom scattering prism freckles across water-stained ceiling tiles. A substitute aide caught 9 shaky seconds on a prepaid phone, posted the shimmer to a fledgling video nook, and by science period, 15,000 strangers applauded the girl who forged teasing into lighthouse glitter. Odessa scrawled one lavender sentence below long division drills. Clouds crowd only until you flash them bright. Saturdays were pier stages. Her mother's sax curls tangled with diesel coughs from crab boats, skillet pops from salmon cake stands, and gulls begging for herring scraps. Ready-made jeans stalled at Odessa's hips, so she swapped tip jar quarters for sun-bleached gill net, unraveled rope, crocheted high-rise shorts, misted them with squid ink plum jelly silhouettes, then posed at tangerine sunset against rust-streaked pylons while her cousin clicked grainy frame. Each image glided into an online diary named Lantern Ripple the week a new image app skimmed patchy sound towers. Captions toggled between dock slang and truths like curves anchor wind steadier than seawalls. 2 months before 16 Candles, 57,000 unseen hearts tapped tiny icons beneath every choral post. Proof glowing rectangles hush cafeteria razors faster than any coach's whistle. Michael Force Fellowship flew her south to Oregon State. Daylight dissolved inside Waveboom Labs. Nights belonged to a 24-hour churro wagon, glowing neon guava beneath wind-bent firs. The heat lamp morphed into ring light. Between cinnamon orders, Odessa filmed 90-second reels, folding parchment into sea-fern barrettes, while decoding dart rotation in half Fletcher zip, half shoreline hush. De bien puesto. Unupload layered, harbor-sealed chirps under lo-fi shuffle, while she chain-stitched reflective anchor braid into thrift denim. 47 hours later, the counter sprinted past 1.3 million. Pacific-style blogs held her the churro couturery, yet every sponsored deck halted at size 16. She slid each offer into a folder labeled shrinking nets, brushed sugar dust from her cuff, and served the next sailor with sunrise bright eyes. Stormproofing Week delivered an email crowned by the Columbia Sportswear Compass. The team invited her to co-design a spray shell capsule called Fjord Glow. Odessa countered with 3 pure solid terms. Patterns must reach 60-inch hips, half the creative crew hired from community college fashion courses, 10% net profit pledged to Bullkelp nurseries from Nia Bay to Newport. Columbia signed before dawn painted lab beakers coral. The shoot unfurled on a tide scrub sandbar where piping plaver chicks dotted commas along wet quartz. She guided paddle borders of every outline across glass ripples while a drone carved lazy infinity ribbons overhead. When the lookbook dropped, every extended size jacket vanished in 41 hours across 33 countries. Lantern Ripple vaulted beyond 700,000 lantern icons. First, gentle nudge, friend. If your subscribe badge still glows red, tap it now. One breeze-like press turns it calm gray and locks your rail, so next week's story lands before algorithm currents shuffle it away. After you click, Glide into the description to find the Love Compass link, the same roadmap thousands follow when they want a step-by-step to spark real connection, and yes, the most reliable cue to make a woman fall in love. Spotlight Shimmer Tugs Rummer Goals, a clickbait vlog insists Odessa wore steel plates beneath fjord glow shells. Dawn showed her paddling a cedar board past eelgrass ribbons, bare feet rooted in linen shorts and sports bra, tracing every silver stretch stripe with crushed bougainvillea powder while her mother's horn blew a sunrise growl so raw pelicans hovered mid-arc. 10 million viewers reposted the proof, brushing fuchsia pollen across their own curves until gossip slipped under slack tide. Churro wages, mixed with capsule royalties and whipped into Skystream velvet, a cloud soft, butter swirling spruce tip custard, lime blossom oil, and mica sparks that shine seashell white under foam flash. 19,000 tins cooled on her father's chart bench, lids tied with braided crab trap rope, each label stamped Moisturize Your Horizon. Stock drained in 82 minutes, raising $198,000, 20% seeded beacon grants, sending industrial surgers and hydrophones to plus-size teens in shoreline schools from Tacoma to Tillamook. 8 months later, 38 beacon teams streamed a floating fashion and whale-song gala aboard a retro purse seiner, draped in solar lanterns, dawn colors spilling into classrooms from Kingston to Kyoto. Seattle Jetty Fashion Evening, minted New Wharf legend. A backstage blower shredded her sapphire mesh gown hip to knee 80 heartbeats before runway. Odessa ripped neon dock rope from a light brace, laced the gap like boot hooks, and strolled the planks as though the splice glimmered in every sketch. Shutters cracked like kettle corn. Vogue Cascadia crowned the rescue rope cadence, and Lantern Ripple captured another million lantern sparks before brass horns warmed a mouthpiece. A spurned aide leaked clipped emails hinting she demanded Dungeness sliders and chauffeur's gifts for her rescue otter, Echo. She posted the chain, uncut, refillable water urns, lentil stew for crew, capture monitors for deaf stylists. That month's affiliate tied $136,000 funded biodegradable crab trap pilots off Cape Flattery. Fans echoed her Pier Crete receipts shine brighter than rumored grit until whispers flatten like tide pool glass. Family studies her keel. Twice each month, she streams Porchline Groove. Mom layers soulful riffs beside a propane griddle. Dad recites cloud haiku. Odessa flips thrift denim while Echo wiggles powdered sugar spirals across a driftwood ramp. One episode climbed past 9 million when the otters sneezed glitter into the lens. A marine mammal refuge now sponsors every broadcast, tagging rehabilitated otters with solar beacons bankrolled by Skystream Velvet. Green profit soared past 12 million before second solstice. She leased a dormant herring shed, punched skylights through corrugated tin, hired furloughed deckhands plus design grads to whip custard and knot lids during midday funk sets. Auditors begged shrink seals. She repeated Granny Rose's mantra, fingers preserve stories longer than plastic bands, and rope ties stayed. Her feed holds real sky, granite bluff portraits, share scroll space with churro cart selfies captioned, same sky, different tide. She posts breath loops recorded in sea caves, printables, resilience pages in English, and Lush Shoot Seed. Therapy vouchers tucked 3 swipes deep. 173,000 readers call her shoreline candor their first calm harbor. Community glow-rise whirl beneath crushed shell confetti. Hundreds wheel sunset causeways wearing Skystream velvet on collarbones. LED kelp tassels spinning from spokes. Ticket funds plump beacon grants and lift wheelchair snorkel rigs over Crystal Springs. Chowder shacks simmer late, rockfish chow bowls jump 15% on ride nights. Odessa pedals lead on a vintage cruiser with Echo Plush Clip 4, pausing to retie any rider's drifting lace. She is crafting Currents Keep names for 11 language shells next spring, while a film crew shadows her plan to weld retired buoy chains into floating maker studios for island schools. Puma's wide-to-wave lantern sneakers splashes ashore next quarter, threaded with reflective rope, cushioned by algae foam, steering 10% revenue into Beacon Nurseries, wrapping the Salish Sea. Second reminder drips in like estuary mist if you tap like but left subscribe, vivid red, coax it to gray. Now, one fingertip anchors next week's tide in your notifications before algorithm eddies steal the current, and the love compass link below stays ready whenever your heart thirsts for clearer bearings. Autumn settles towards Slackwater, fresh velvetins beacon portals. Tonight's Porchline playlist and that confidence map glint in the description, open for every voyager. If the soda cap hoodie shimmer, rope lace gown, rescue, or echo glitter sneeze nudged even half a grin, press like, spill your brightest ripple in the comments, and share this journey with a friend whose sails hang loose. Every curve redirects currents, every scar refracts lighthouse beams, and the coast bows to anyone steady enough to plant sure boots on the pier and greet tomorrow eyes bright. Final breeze washes the sand smooth. Hit subscribe this heartbeat, claim your rail, follow that love compass link below, and meet me on the next rising tide when a fresh story flickers just beyond the breakers and courage whispers your name once more.